Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TIS. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Celebrity Roundup. And this week's Celebrity Roundup, I will be talking about Nene being sued by her boyfriend's wife for breaking up their marriage. I also will be talking about. I also will be talking about Lizzo and her boyfriend on the red carpet. I also will be talking about Ari Lennox's new boyfriend. I also will be talking about the Chrisleys being convicted of fraud, being convicted of fraud and racketeering. I also will be talking about the DL Hughley and Monique feud. I mentioned something about it in my last video, but this has been going on. This has been going on for a while now. I also will be talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation case. Those are all the topics that I'm going to be talking about right now. Oh, and Micheal B Jordan breaking up with uh with uh Lori Harvey. Those are all the topics I'm going to be talking about right now. Like I said earlier, Nene Leakes was sued by her boyfriend's wife. Her boyfriend's wife is named Miami or something like that, and she lives in North Carolina, and in Carolina, they said Carolina and about 6 or 7 other states saying where a wife can sue her ex husband for breaking up their marriage, and their marriage was trying to be together for they call it I wrote it down. They call it they call it here it is. They're suing for alienation of affection. I finally wrote it down, but yeah, that's what they had said, and so people had started bringing up, well, yeah, somebody did Fantasia like that back in the day. I remember that. That's when Fantasia was married to was dating that guy and found out he was married, and the woman took Fantasia to court. Some people say Fantasia lost. Some people say Fantasia won. I don't know. I didn't really see the outcome of that case, but anyway, the guy came out with some kind of statement saying that I'm going to put the statement thing in there, but I'm paraphrasing, saying about he don't have time to deal with negative people and stuff like that, and him and that woman have been separated for a while and stuff, and so he don't know why she's suing him. But like I said, I just paraphrased a little bit of it, and I'll put it in the thing, but. Regardless, I thought Nene was dating a little bit too fast after Greg had passed away. So I don't know if she met the man before Greg passed away, after Greg passed away. We don't know, but they just started showing pictures of them, maybe a month or two after Greg had passed away, and people were kind of upset. I was a little upset too, but then some people say Nene need to move on, and she did move on. But Nene claimed that she didn't know that the man was married at the time, and the man told them they were separated, but the woman claimed that they were not separated. The woman claimed that her and the man was still in a marriage and they was working on the marriage. So I don't know. Like I said, I got some of the stuff, some of the articles that I'm going to put in the video. On another note, I saw this pretty picture of Lizzo in this pretty pink dress. Now she had showed her boyfriend. I think it was at one of those award shows. I think it and stuff. And they were saying, "Who is this strange man? Lizzo with." And stuff, and then next thing you know, Lizzo said with her boyfriend, and I think it was the MTV Awards or some kind of award show. She had on a pretty pink dress and stuff like that. And the guy, he's a real tall, handsome black guy. I can't pronounce his name yet, but they do make a good couple. But I really hope that man is in love with Lizzo and not just using Lizzo for her fame and stuff like that. And Lizzo has been doing her body positivity, and you could tell that Lizzo is losing weight slowly but surely. She, you know, she looked nice in that little short pink dress and stuff. Also on romantic news, last week, Ari Lennox posted up her on vacation with some young guy. I didn't know who he was, and then people got to searching up on the internet and said he was one of the guys that was on, I think, Bachelor or Bachelor in Paradise, some kind of stuff like that. They make a pretty good couple. I hope this guy is sincere with Ari Lennox, because Ari Lennox has been having a little bit of problems in the relationship department because she had been getting on, you know, Twitter and certain things talking about it. So I hope this guy is really for Ari Lennox. Like I said, I found out yesterday. I mean, I wasn't going to do anything on the Chrisleys because, you know, I watched their show off and on because they had their little, he had his little cute little black I think it's his granddaughter or his daughter from a black woman or something. But I liked the cute little black girl. They started showing her a little bit more. So I really wasn't going to do anything. And then I think it was yesterday or Tuesday, they were saying that they were found guilty of fraud and racketeering and all that kind of stuff. And I was saying, what? And because first they were saying it was the accountant who had did all the stuff, but then when the jury came back with a guilty verdict about the Chrisleys, he was saying it was Todd Chrisley, his wife, and one of his daughters, and also that accountant. But I think that accountant gave up some information because he was saying that him and Todd Chrisley had a relationship, and that's why he didn't report Todd to the IRS or nobody else or nothing like that. And so they're saying that Todd Chrisley and his wife is going to try to appeal the case, and they were saying they could get up to 30 years in prison. I mean, they've been convicted, but the sentencing hasn't happened yet. So so I read about that. And I'll put some links. I'll put some some parts of the article in this video. On another note, DL Hughley and Monique has been having this feud going back and forth. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of on Monique's side at first when I thought it was about the contracts, but it seems like more and more stuff has been coming out, and then over the weekend, Monique and her husband got on their IG page and made a report talking about DL Hughes' parenting skills, talking about if he didn't protect his own daughter from a P word, and what do you think about him protecting other black women? And because he liked it, the friend, when he took up for the friend more, took up on the friend side more than his daughter, and his daughter was a predator and stuff like that. And then after she put out that, I mean, I tried to watch some of the videos Saturday, but it was just too much. There was just too much excuses, shucking and jiving, throwing other issues into other issues, and it was just complete confusion. And so I just watched little parts of the clip, and then I left. And then later on, I think later on Saturday, D.L. Hughley's daughter put out something and stuff, and I think her name they say Ed Brown something. And so she put it out, and I'm kind of paraphrasing too. She was saying that if you had an issue or if you had an issue or a dispute with one person, that's fine, but don't try to bring all the family members in, talking about all other kind of stuff. She talking about that was wrong of her to bring her into it. Her mom, the dog, her sister, they had nothing to do with the issues that she had with her daddy. And to her, what Monique said on her video and stuff was dangerous and poisonous. And what kind of woman would do something like that if you just had an issue with somebody else? She was saying that it's okay for her to have an issue with one person in the family or her dad or something, but don't bring everybody into the family and stuff like that. And she was saying that they are strong as a family and stuff like that. And what kind of person will go after a whole person's family like that. Like I said, I'm just paraphrasing. Some of the stuff was kind of in the article, some of it wasn't, so that's why I was paraphrasing some of it. But anyway, a lot of people agree with D.L. Hughley's daughter, and then I think it was either Monday or Tuesday, D.L. Hughley said he wasn't going to talk about it anymore. But then he said after his daughter's response, and he agreed with his daughter, he said he had to get on his radio talk show and talk about it again. And I kind of watched the clip on somebody else's channel, but then I also watched the clip for myself last night. And what he said, he was saying that she was wrong. He said that interview that he did with Sway was about 2 or 3 years ago when the stuff was coming out about Bill Cosby and stuff. And he said he already apologized to his daughter for not believing her when the stuff happened. But he said he hated the fact that Monique put a man into it. It wasn't a man. He said both of them were 13-year-old children, and what the 13-year-old boy did was offensive to his daughter. But like he said, let me pause it. My phone is ringing. And then he said that him and his daughter had already talked about that, and he already explained that it wasn't a man. He said that's what the fact that he didn't like that Monique had put a man into it. He already said the kids were were both the same age. And then after that he said Monique. He said he didn't like the fact that Monique insinuated and told his daughter that if they want to have an open discussion about it, talk to her daddy and ask her daddy they could come on the show and talk about it. And he said he would never invite Monique back on the show again. He said because for one, she said she had a problem with him on the show the last time she was on his show. And he said it went from being about a contract dispute to how he did on a former radio show when she was a guest, until him not being a good parent, and then bringing a dog into it, his wife and everything else. And he was saying no, he don't want to work with Monique, talk to Monique or do anything about Monique. He said this is the last time that he's going to talk about it on Monique's show. And it's like now, I think Monique, I agree with everybody else, and I think Monique did this deliberately. She wanted to work with DL, and he was willing to give her a chance because he looked at, well, maybe I should give her a second chance since Lee Daniels and everybody else gave her a chance. But like D.L. Hughley is saying, everybody else is the problem except Monique. Monique is the problem and stuff like that. And she is the problem. And even 50 Cent chimed in on it on the weekend and told Monique the best way to get revenge, get back at somebody is keep on working, leave them alone. And now I've heard from different blog sites and different stuff that the people of Stars are pressuring 50 Cent, 50 Cent not to work with Monique. And they were saying a lot of people are telling people not to work with Monique. Monique is a self-sabotaging person. I would never thought I would say those words out of my mouth about Monique, but that's what she is. It's like when somebody give her a second chance, and if she don't get her way, she's like a little spoiled kid and stuff like that. And people are not going to put up with you or tolerate with you from that. And on another note, this is the last and final thing. The Johnny Depp case. Johnny Depp won his defamation case from Amber Heard last week, and Amber Heard said that it was gonna. She spoke out after the trial and said that this is gonna set women's movements rights back by 10 years, and people are not going to believe women and stuff like that. I think the thing was stacked against her because one, Johnny Depp had more money than her. He had more lawyers than her. His lawyers was better than her, even though both of them had a bad reputation. And then he was getting a lot of fanfare and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm sorry that she lost her case too. She got to pay him $10.3 million. But Johnny Depp that was saying, you know, he was doing concerts. He was over there in England doing a concert. You know, when the verdict came down. So now he's talking about he might forgive her $10 million lawsuit, so she don't have to pay it and stuff like that. But Amber Heard is still mad and stuff like that about the case. One more final thing, Nori Norton and Adrian Bolin, they had already made up a couple of years ago on the reel, but now they made up again, and they were saying on the banner it's a 3L2 now, and somebody was saying, is the other girl going to come back? I don't think the other girl is going to come back, but I'm happy those two girls made up. Maybe they can record a song or do something together. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.